In the business of dirty, the hazards of the job can be dire.
Did my pants just slip?
Lauren ripped his crotch.
Many brave men have fallen.
I feel like an old-timer.
And the fallout hasn't been pretty.
Oh, broke the pot.
As still we soldier forth to backyard victory.
Wow, I love it. This is dynamite, man. This is excellent.
Our story begins in a beautiful place
Looks like a great neighborhood that's conducive to kids.
with a not-so-beautiful backyard.
We have a family of 4, Brennan and I, and then we have 2 little kids running around all the time, so it's a reasonably busy household.
The way I'd sort of describe the property right now is it's a little bit grungy and urban. Having, a cinder block wall and an alleyway behind us is something that I'm not as happy to see.
I come from BC, so I'd like to actually see BC transported and dropped into my backyard.
Doesn't look like it would fit.
When Heidi's talking about transplanting BC, she's thinking of sort of wildlife setting with ocean and orcas and all sorts of wooden structures and stuff.
Oceans and orcas? We can try, but that's a lot of water. I'm Joel, and I'm here to fish for more details.
Looks like we're talking about an overhaul for the backyard.
I think so. It's okay, but I'd rather have something a little more spectacular than just okay. The whole property slopes down. We've already actually had one child topple over when she was running down.
Looks like a bit of a toboggan run.
The shed can go. I can see you looking over at the shed. It's ugly, and I'd love to see it go.
Yeah. I guess one big issue we should talk about is the deck. Did you want to see that removed?
I'd like a deck, not necessarily this particular deck.
They're the ones saying it.
Fencing, did you?
This is a little bit of a problem. I'd like more privacy generally.
And at night, you can see that light in the middle of the house back there.
The high beam?
I think that's some sort of light that they would put on a helicopter to search for people, because I'm pretty sure we can tan by that at nighttime.
How about water feature or...
I would love to get a water feature.
Oh, yeah? Okay, great.
If you can bring the ocean here
Yeah.
and bring BC into my backyard, I'll be really happy.
For that.
And to pull together an adult and kid-friendly yard, we've brought in a ringer.
Emma has decided to play hooky for the afternoon, spend it with our design team.
So, Heidi and Brendan, they have this existing deck. It was designed by somebody else who I don't think got it.
I say tear it out. Is it screwed down? This looks brand new, this deck.
That's the hard part about ripping it out.
It's not right.
It's not
a
what we
weekend
would have
job.
originally
Yeah.
designed.
Why did they want to change it?
This slope, Kennedy, it's like your kids are going to be playing and do one of those where you just roll over. So we'll have to work with that.
What do you think, Emma?
Emma, would you play in this backyard? No. No?
Good answer. We're going to fix it up so you
Smart
would.
kid. What's a nice big house, Joel?
What can we do to help this yard kick back?
Now, we're going to gain quite a bit of space by removing this shed. Keeping in mind this...
It's amazing. I mean, who has a 5-foot wide tree that looks like it's from a rainforest in their backyard? Nice ash.
The most challenging thing about this site is the grade issue, because it's not flat. Have they talked about a water feature? They want a water feature, don't
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Absolutely.
they? I think we should start measuring.
Now measuring is very tricky. Lots of numbers,
1'9".
more than a few signals.
I laughed.
That's so high school. Like art class. Or music.
I met her in some foreign queen in Memphis.
That's pretty good.
Even your first crush.
Oh, he's not ticklish today.
With a recess that never ends.
This is the existing deck, so we're not designing this, but we're just going to refurbish it. But this is the new deck down below, and with the staircase, and this is the water feature here. There's quite a large wall here covered with lattice, which is a little bit unsightly. It's starting to collapse, so that wall has to be redone. Hopefully it won't mess with our timing.
A lot of work, but could look great. Time to talk about solutions.
We've decided that it would be best to leave your deck and look at recovering it, putting a brand new cedar over top of it. It's a beautiful wood, nice and warm. And then incorporate an upper level, a mid-level, and a lower level. The privacy issue is going to be covered with plant material on the lower level, and then tempered glass screens.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like the glass.
Yeah, I think this is just a little more snazzy and just brings it up a little bit more.
And what's the water feature, what's that gonna be?
Lauren came up with it, and it's just built into the deck, and it also ties into the lower deck. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a really lovely project.
And how long do you think it's gonna take?
That's the million-dollar question.
Hopefully this one will be smooth, fast, and beautiful at the end.
Smooth, fast, and beautiful. It's music to the ear. In practice, not so much.
A piece of 2x8 on top of rotting wood. Holy it's wood underneath! I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna save it.
Joel's more academic than I would have thought you'd see in the landscaping business.
Yes, academic.
Do you guys touch your tongue to your nose?
I was expecting someone more who'd be able to, you know, cart wheelbarrows and stuff around, but I get the impression Joel doesn't really do that.
You can go phone your mother now. I can do some measuring down here.
We'll see when they're actually on site whether he gets his hands dirty or whether he just draws the pretty pictures.
Day one, the day we get to rip it all apart. Being paid to smash things may sound like fun until you have to put it all back together. The crew is fast at work and the walls are tumbling down. No flies on us.
Yeah.
Joel's pet fly.
That's a good fly.
The shed left behind a massive concrete footprint. All eyes to the deck. Fingers crossed we can retrofit and not build new.
It looks like it's still in good shape, and so maybe there's something to work with the bones of it.
Or maybe not.
I don't think I want to walk on this anymore. Holy it's wood underneath! Oh, wood really moving in dirt? It's not even sitting on concrete or anything. No, there's nothing under it.
Guess what? We found rot.
How do we make out with the, oh no.
There's never a pleasant way to break bad news like this.
We found a couple of things.
Oh, lovely.
It means the deck may have to come off. It's not a good thing.
This site's a perfect example of something every homeowner should be aware of. Did I mention that the homeowners were both in
lawyers,
the profession of law?
Yes, yes.
So
Better dot the T's and cross the I's.
One of the first issues we had, your deck was being held up by a piece of 2x8.
Oh, wood to swell. That's not supposed to be good, is it?
No, it's not great. And then they did it again over here.
Oh, good.
So this entire run had a post on each corner, and that was it.
So you are there to fix this, right? Choose people I don't like to sit here.
You or there, either one.
It's such a bummer. And it makes it all the more important to assure other plans, like the glass partitions, go without a hitch.
can we get me in the back smashing glass?
For some guys, it's strip clubs or sexy magazines. For a landscape designer, it's something a bit more nerdy.
I'm gonna put my butt cheeks against the glass. Kicked out of another glass shop.
My main goal, to find something for Heidi and Brendan that will give them privacy.
Cool.
And be safe for the kids.
Okay, Joel, over here we have the sandblasted glass. Still have a lot of privacy.
I love it, and I love the fact that it has a nice sort of soft blue kind of hue to it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And I have heard they use this stuff in hockey rinks, and that's actually what we tell clients.
They do. Yeah.
Safety.
You know, when a normal piece of glass breaks, it breaks into a big shard or big spider webs all over it. Tempered glass does not do that. It'll break into small pieces so that it just falls.
Excellent.
Falls away.
I'm really fond of this bluish hue. I think it's great, and I think it really sets off plant material and the uplighting behind it and everything. I think we're in good shape with that, so we should order some glass.
What do you know? I'm all fired up and ready to go.
You want to go for a drink?
Yeah.
Well, back at the site, they're the ones who could use a beer, or 6.
What are you guys gonna do on this wall then?
The neighbor's leaning retaining wall is threatening to topple right onto our design.
They're putting 2 U-channels and anchoring it back.
Luckily, they're taking preventative action,
They're doing probably what most homeowners would do.
which is great for us, and their plans are not going to impact on our project timeline at all. It's going to work.
So they're gonna put 2 steel columns down?
And the best part is, it's not going to cost us any money.
Okay, go back in your job.
But our problems aren't solved just yet.
One of the things I want to talk to you about was how we were stepping the screens down.
Our new deck setup requires a second look. We might not have enough glass panels.
Glass is custom. So again, anytime you go custom, you kind of pay for it.
Yeah, framing and the glass. Yeah.
Can you get me a number on what it would take to do 2 screens there?
Yep.
This could cost an arm and a leg.
It's not bad news, it's just, it's what we call on-site decisions.
Which could mean some off-site funding.
More money, more money, more money.
Money, more money, more money.
More money, more problems.
You know what?
Wait till you get my bill.
It'll work.
The neighbor's retaining wall is getting an overhaul, which helps them and us, even if it's not the prettiest to look at.
By the time plant material goes in and everything else is going on, it's going to be significantly toned down. So it's great.
With that in mind, I've emptied pretty much the entire office to go on a hunt for plants for this new backyard. Luckily, we've got the club car.
I like those ones. Have you seen my ball? Listen, it was a number 4.
We're professionals at every turn.
She loves me. She loves me not.
First on the hit list, one of the most popular of trees.
I think generally all around we all like to go after serviceberry because they have something for every season. White flowered spring, beautiful berry in the summer, and looks great bark in the wintertime.
And it's really, really hardy in this zone.
Where do you turn for privacy in a shady setting?
The hornbeam.
Did you know that they used to make chariots in Rome from these? The hardest hardwood there is.
They also call it ironwood.
You got it.
Ironwood.
And look at the height. I mean, instantly you're getting 12 feet high. And this isn't even big ones. I mean,
Well, I think this is a perfect plant for Hedi and Brendan. But this is more of a structural wall, I would say, as opposed to that focal that we're still after.
Focal. I need a focal.
There's the one we're looking for.
Ah, yeah.
Crabapple trees get us a bit closer.
This is definitely the shape and size and structure we're after. And we're looking for privacy behind the tempered glass screens. This might work very well. Great screen, columnar, we'll go with it.
Excellent choice.
Yeah.
Beautiful, let's rock.
But for the ultimate in privacy, it's definitely dogwood.
This is a focal.
That is a focal.
This is a focal.
If there's anything that's a focal, this is a focal.
We gotta tag this one. There's 2 spots that we really need the focals, and that's as you're entering, and as well to complement the water feature. I think we'll just tag this one, and we're looking good. I think we're on our way. Tag her.
So the plants are picked. And even better, one of my favorite features, the tempered glass panels are going in.
makes me feel so good.
The glass is a key feature. And thankfully, we didn't have to add any more to the original order. That'll make the clients almost as happy as the panels will.
Something very cool happened. When you walk up from the driveway to see the screen on one side and the other, it gives a really neat visual feel. I'm looking forward to the reveal on that one too, because it has gone through an incredible before and after.
Metamorphosis?
Metamorphosis.
And the hits just keep on coming. Plants have arrived and they're going in.
Those are really beautiful serviceberries, that's good. Beech, why did I order beech? They say landscape design is dealing with the fourth dimension. You're dealing with designing with living plant material, like something living. It's really, and I think that's why we all do it, because we love it. False spirea, this is a beautiful shrub, very hardy, beautiful white flower, and great for shade. 8 out of 10 gardens we deal with are shade, so we're always looking for shade plants. And we've gotten very creative at finding hardy shade plants that work really well and have amazing winter interest. That's a big deal.
Looks like every plant in the world is here, including some really skinny ones.
The hornbeam, I just wish they were a little bushier. That's all. I asked for the biggest ones I could get, and these are them. So we'll have to find out if Hedi and Brendan are okay with that and the weight, because I know this is an issue. So we'll see.
As if that weren't enough, I may have made a huge miscalculation.
Usually there's little mess-ups with costing and things that happen, and that's fine. Give a little bit here, a little bit there.
I have to fess up.
What should have been an $18,000 planting plan was sold as a $9,000 planting plan. But I'll tell you, the bottom line is, I didn't catch it. Oh. I should have caught it. But I would like to say, Hedi and Brendan, if you're watching the show, it was a great deal on the planting plan.
Yep, we're nothing if not gracious and giving.
Yeah, here we are.
And our designer Lisa's here to help give this yard even more bling.
So I think the client's after something that's like organic, but then they have a beautiful, well-done home that's nice and cleaned line. So you know, that sort of traditional, contemporary look that's morphed together. I think that's what's going on here.
Do they get shade from these trees?
It's an interesting kind of shade. It's not what we would call full shade, because it's a higher tree canopy, but it's sort of half sun, half shade.
I think what I might do is just to give them the option just to have a nice big umbrella there.
Yeah, an umbrella might be a great idea.
Yeah, bring it down.
Yeah. This space.
I would love to furnish this space.
Okay, great.
I think it lends itself to just having kind of a retreat from, so if that's dining area, have some nice cushioned seating down here.
Cool. One thing that should be mentioned is they have 2 kids,
Okay.
a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old.
1 and 3, okay. I'll just put a seatbelt on the chairs.
Yeah, or we'll just do some nice cushions on the backside on the ground in the dirt there. So if they fall down, it's okay. Boom. Just kidding.
And with that, Lisa springs into action.
The dining area needs something to make it more intimate and feel like a room. So having an umbrella creates a nice little area. I like it. We're getting it.
With the end in sight, wouldn't you know it, a hitch.
I would look at this project to be about a 3 to 4 week project.
The water feature isn't anywhere near being done. And it's the rainiest summer in decades.
Call it a day.
We'll never get it done this way.
I'm pretty sure we're jinxed on that front. If it doesn't rain when I'm building the waterfall, I'll be amazed.
And amazingly enough, we finally catch a break from Mother Nature. She was really bugging me. Now we're able to finish that water feature. It's the last piece of the puzzle for this design. For me, we've given this yard the perfect spin and just the right amount of punch.
Wow.
Awesome.
I don't know how to describe what it was before. I mean, it was in need of repair. Now, it's just so beautifully calm and clean line and simple.
Wow, so I love it. This is dynamite.
This is excellent.
It looks amazing. I'm really happy with the way it came out.
Heidi and Brendan wanted a nice, clean line, calm feeling, something that reminded Heidi of the West Coast, and it's happened here. People can't help but be involved and interact with this garden. So this is a big deal.
Yeah, I love
to
that.
see the site beforehand, right here, it was pretty much a 4-foot drop.
Right.
And it dropped down with these really awkward steps, and it felt really unsafe for children.
The stairs here are a lot safer because they've got railings on them, and you know, our 18-month-old can walk up and down them, whereas he'd go splat on the stone stairs before.
We pretty much kept the original footprint for the deck, but the big thing was to plug in the water feature and the plants. That's what really drove the deck home. That's what made the deck okay.
The water feature I really like. It makes a little bit of sound, and it's so peaceful to sit out there and have a drink once the kids are in bed and we can actually relax a little bit.
Construction-wise, a wood water feature goes against the grain a little, but I think we pulled it off. You know, we wanted it to have that Japanese tub feeling.
You know what? That is the level of noise you need.
It's perfect.
For water
Really
features.
beautiful.
Perfect. Subtle.
This just turned out amazing.
Love it, man.
Well, the water features a focal point right in the middle of the garden, so you see it from the inside.
Exactly.
When you're here in the lounge, you can look at it.
And
where's the apartments go?
Exactly. That was one of the issues on the site. The client wanted to have some privacy to the apartments, and so the privacy screens.
You know what's really cool too is the wall that was there before. You don't even notice it with it painted out that dark black.
I'm getting tired of saying dark black stain, but it works every time.
It looks great.
Yeah.
The challenging part of this site when we originally saw it was the slope. It sloped down into this little pit down here with the crappy old shed. And now it feels like it's a nice level garden, and they can use all of it for entertaining.
It all works. Not one person hasn't been happy with this project, so, except Heidi and Brendan. I don't know, I hope they're happy.
I got the West Coast feeling that I was hoping to get. Nice and relaxed.
Love it. And you know what? Everybody else loves it too.
But you know what? It's something that's really been brought out too that we didn't notice so much before is the bark on that ash. Really amazing.
Isn't that the biggest ash you've ever seen in your life?
It's the nicest ash I've seen in a while.
I don't know. I don't think it's an ash.
It's even better than James' ash.
It's an ash.
That's either a limit
Actually, you know what?
or a
I'll tell you guys.
That's the nicest ash.
Hang
He's
on.
got the second nicest ash. Third nicest ash.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
I don't care what it is. It's a big, beautiful tree.
It's a poplar.
You know, I don't think. Just slow one. Oh, jeez.